I said, whatever reason, right now I can only do two. I don't know what. I'm waiting on my stand to come. I got so much other stuff in the making. Ain't no reason to go deep into that because at the same time, ain't no reason to go too deep into that. Y'all ready? Because I can tell y'all multiple things that has to happen in order for me to be propelled into this new dimension. Multiple things would have to happen. And they're going to happen in due time and in due season. You know what I'm saying? One thing about me, I don't stress the factors because I believe that by me not being scripted and by me not being under someone else's jurisdiction, I don't think nobody can really tell me to be quiet. Like I ain't under no, I guess, you know, I ain't under nobody else's situation, so I can basically do it how I do it. How y'all doing this morning? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all feel this morning? Come on in and gather around the table. Did you hear me? I said, y'all might well come on in and gather on around. We ain't no reason not to gather around the table. We might well gather on around the table and might as well. You ready? Come on. March, get set, ready, go. I ain't gonna play with y'all this morning. I ain't playing with y'all this morning. I ain't finna play with y'all this morning. Hey, listen at me, man. I ain't playing with y'all this morning, man. Listen, man. We got to get to work. We got to get to business. You heard what I said? The new little slogan now is standing on business. You feel? We got to stand on business right here. We ain't no reason not to. You know, that's a new little slogan out here right now. We stand on business. So at the same time, I don't want to, say prolong, productivity. You heard what I said? I don't want to prolong the productivity. And so right now I am here intentionally on assignment. I don't have no other choice at this moment. Some days I ain't gonna even sit here and lie to y'all like I don't struggle to get to my assignment. You know what I'm saying? I do. I struggle periodically to get to my assignment, and it always happens. You know what I'm saying? It always happens, and so I end up getting here. I end up speaking into the mind of the people by which I feel as though I'm being led to do. Y'all know I don't have all the answers. You heard me? I say I don't really have all the answers. I really don't, to be honest with y'all. I don't have all the answers. All I know is that I am Kendrick B. Davis Sr. I know I'm your thought-provoking specialist. I know that I'm on assignment. I know that I'm your health conscious coach and your intellectual content creator. I'm also your podcast professor. And at the same time, yeah. And so I know those things. I know that I have the qualifications and the criteria to speak into your mind and cause a paradigm shift to happen. I have that much. I know I have that. You know what I'm saying? If I don't have nothing else, I got that. You know? And so I'm here. You know what? I actually look forward to these interactions now. Because remember the universe said, he said, tell them to look at all interactions as transactions. You feel me? And so every interaction that you ever interact with, every person, every situation, every circumstance, every everything that you interact with, any and everything that you interact with is usually has to be viewed as a transaction, because he showed us that there is a profit loss column. There's a profit loss column on every transaction. If we view it, every interaction as a transaction, then there has to be a profit loss column. Yeah. And so, he went banker's terms on me with this one. And he know I'm not a banker. I ain't nowhere near a banker. But, he'll use those terms and cause, saying profit losses to be, saying a P&L column, and which is good, saying some people make deposits and some people make withdrawals. That's another term for, a banker, saying you make deposits. And I believe that if you use every interaction as a transaction, somehow or another, a deposit will be made. And so y'all know I ain't all deep and profound and all that good stuff. I'm just here on assignment. Listen, man, I'm just taking y'all on this journey with me. You know what I'm saying? As I, go through my life's endeavors. You know, and so I'm here on this Monday morning. It's a Monday morning. It's actually Monday morning, April 15th. It's half of the month is over. So January, February, March, April. April is the fourth month. This is actually the beginning of our new year. April 1st was the beginning of new year. It happens in the spring for us. But at the same time, that's neither here nor there. We know that they have us really literally on the Gregorian calendar, and we should be on Enoch. But that's neither here nor there. The calendar Enoch, Enoch, I believe. If you go Google the Enoch calendar, it'll show a different sign for that set of individuals. But by we being here on the Gregorian calendar, maybe that, saying with our circadian rhythms off, but we are adaptive type people, and we can adapt to certain situations and certain circumstances that we just normally do anyway. And I'm just here, I don't really have a lot to say. I got something to say, and this was dropped in my spirit too. And y'all know I come and I just drop. You feel me? What I feel as though sometimes what I have to do into the mind of the people is I have to drop jewels. You hear me? Sometimes you gotta drop jewels. Sometimes you gotta drop jewels, my brother. Yeah, you gotta just drop jewels. I like the way that sounds. I can't say it too fast. You get tongue tied, you know what I'm saying? You be showing enough on some old tongue twisted type of situation. But sometimes in this thing called life, we have to drop jewels. And so these golden nuggets, some people can kind of like take and hoard and hold on to, and and kind of like go forward with that mindset and that mindset shifting that has to happen in order for us to become the best version of ourselves that we can become. You're going to have to do some things. And you might have to make some assessments. You might have to make some evaluations that's all around us. And like, what is the best interest for me at the moment? Sometimes we're going to have to just get selfish about this stuff right here. I promise you. Listen, I ain't even sitting out here to say all this. Listen, y'all got to let me flow sometime, man. I promise you, if you release me, I can just come out my belly with this stuff, because I promise you, I did not sit down here this morning to say all this. But something happens to me, bruh. Amen. Something happens to me when I stand before the mind of the people. And I'm just here to talk. Y'all know I ain't trying to raise no sand. You know what I'm saying? Like our grandmama them used to say, don't raise no sand. You ain't raising no sand up in here. You feel me? You ain't raising no sand up in through here. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no raising no sand. You know what I'm saying? We ain't raising no sand. I don't raise no sand up in here. As our grandma used to say. Hey boy, listen, I thank God for Mama Essie, man. Hey, Mama Essie, man. Mama Essie, man, I love you. That was my great great grandmother. I was been raised in the house. And I talk about her in my book, Out the Gate with the Limit. I got to go back to writing, y'all. I met a young lady that's a 3-time published author. And she's a 3-time published author. That inspired me. You feel me? That inspired. You heard I said inspired. That inspired me. Let me stop. Hey man, let me stop, man, this morning, man. I just feel like clowning. Y'all know before I sit down here to talk and speak, I promise y'all, I'm not this, what the new word is out here. I don't want to call it that because ain't no grown men out here, no bubbly nigga. You know what I'm saying? We ain't bubbly. You know what I'm saying? We ain't, you know what I'm saying? We savages out here on these streets. You know what I'm saying? But nah, let me see. They'll probably say bubbly from a perspective of I'm not that, I guess, joyful or whatever the case may be. But before I stand, and when I stand up and I'm preparing all my stuff and I'm setting up my laptops and setting up my stuff, I'm just normal old me. But something happens when I open the laptop. I don't know what starts to happen. Once I open the laptop in order to speak into the mind of the people, something happens. And I ain't trying to figure it out. Uh-huh. I ain't finna try to figure it out. I say I ain't. That's a Miami term. I ain't. That means I am not. Don't get it twisted. I ain't trying to figure it out. I ain't finna try to figure it all out. Ain't no reason to try to figure it out. Because I know that something within me happens when I open the laptop and I get on my assignment and I'm operating in obedience. I'm operating with the authority by which he's called me to do this. And so I'm just here. You know what I'm saying? I promise y'all, I'm just here and I'm on my assignment and I don't mean no harm. Anybody know me? No, I don't mean no harm. I just be trying to, and I ain't trying to raise no sand. My grandmama used to say, my great great grandma, like, we raise no sand up in here now. We ain't raising no sand now. And so this is the hourglass era by which we do probably drop sand out of the hourglass from one side to the other. And we're gonna go and we're gonna stay and we're gonna be relevant in the earth. And I didn't really, come by here too much to talk too much to y'all. But I do want to tell you something that as we become selfish, I know I'm getting ready to become selfish. I don't know about nobody else. Because the only reason why I believe that sometimes we can be selfless. Didn't he say in his word that it's in season for everything? And so sometimes I believe that we have to tap into a certain amount of selfishness in order for us to just even have the ability to do the things that we've been called to do. Because our children will be pulling from us, our husbands, our wives will be pulling from, for the women, hopefully, you're married to, I can't, But anyway, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Your husbands be pulling from you, your wives will be pulling from you, your children gonna be pulling from you, your career is gonna be pulling from you. You're gonna have all these other things around you that's gonna be pulling at you and from you. And you know what I'm saying? They want your presence, they need your presence, they desire you, but sometimes in this thing called life, ooh, I say sometimes in this thing called life, I think that at this moment in time, we might just have to become selfish. Because if we don't start hoarding and we don't start, putting boundaries and borders and limitations up around this thing, you know what I'm saying, called our bound. You know, if we don't and we just let every individual enter our whole immediate DNA, man, that's not gonna be good for us, man. I'm telling you. And so what I'm discovering right now is that I might have to, in order to get this book finished, in order to get out the gate with a lemon finished, in order to do it, and I'm gonna have to shut down some things. I'm gonna have to ward off some stuff. I'm gonna have to, you know what I'm saying, redirect, you know what I'm saying, some of my attention towards the assignment and then finish the book. Because I keep telling y'all what's happened to me is every single time I get ready to open my laptop to write in the book, I draw blanks. I actually speak better than I type. And so maybe I need to have a little situation going on in here where it's listening to my voice and it's typing all the words. I can go back and just type the text on my laptop, and it'll type the text, the words from what I've said, into a document. Maybe I have to do it that way. Maybe I'm taking y'all on this journey with me because I don't care at this moment to try to be acting like I'm deep in profile. I'm not. I'm just a regular old brother out here in these streets. You know what I'm saying? I'm a regular old dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm eating according to my blood type. I'm noticing my body is trimming down. After the 8th year of me doing this, my body is starting to trim down. I notice, I'm looking in the mirror, I see my body trimming because I'm eating according to my blood type. And I'm 100% dedicated, and I have delegated that in my life as a construct by which I desire to live, by eating according to my blood type. I didn't even know sorrel make you lose weight. Google it. I've been sitting here drinking sorrel almost every day, and I see my body is trimming. And I don't want to get too skinny out here, but people think you're sick. And I know I just got all my tests done. I have nothing going on in my body. Nothing. No C word. You know what I'm saying? I don't have nothing going on in my body that's trimming me, beside the fact that I'm eating according to my blood type. And I can tell you this: if you eat across the whole food diaspora, ma'am, I can tell you this: if you're eating across the whole food chain, I'm telling you right now, I'm not asking you, I'm telling you, you will be sick. I ain't speaking that over your life, but you're going to have some hypertension. You're going to be diabetic. You're going to might have a C word growing in your body, because you can't eat across the whole food diaspora and expect to be healthy. That's just how it goes. You got A positive blood, you should be eating A positive blood food, the alkaline food that's going to have you more on an alkaline. That's probably why I can sit here. Let me tell y'all something. That's probably why I can sit here, because your brain synapses fire differently when you're eating according to your blood type. Have you ever ate and got all full and they call it oh man, I got the itis? That's because you ate something outside of your blood type, sir. That's because you ate something out of your blood type, ma'am. Outside of your blood type, it make you get sleepy and tired. Food was not designed to make you sleepy and tired. Food was designed to give you energy and give you the resources and nutrients and the essential values that you need and the work that you need in your body to give you strength and power. And I noticed that since I've been eating according to my blood type, my brain synapses fire with more efficiently effective. They're more efficient. It ain't slowful and it ain't all bogged down. And so I believe that it trickled down even to your psychological well-being, what you eat. And I ain't even sitting out here this morning to say all this, but anyway, since I'm here and since I am on assignment, and since I am Kendrick B. Davis Sr., your thought-provoking specialist, I'm your health conscious coach. So since I'm your health conscious coach, I might as well coach you into healthy thoughts and healthy living and healthy concepts and healthy ideologies in the atmosphere, since I'm here. Ain't no reason not to be here if I ain't finna just help y'all through these whole processes. Huh? What you say? You gonna mildew or you gonna barbecue? What you gonna do? Huh? I said you gonna mildew or you gonna barbecue? We might as well barbecue since we here. Y'all know y'all smell that fresh barbecue coming off the grill, how it activates your saliva, salivatory glands. I mean, saliva. I forgot how to say it from that perspective. The salivary is man, salivatory. I forgot the word. Y'all see I ain't scripted up here. I love this. Well, I can do it like this here and ain't got nobody else over my head. Oh, hey, man, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know you messed up out there because at the same time, you know what I'm saying? Nah, you ain't got to say all that. Saliva. Salivatory. Saliva glands. Saliva glands. When you smell that, I know how to spell it. But when you smell that fresh barbecue and you can smell it, say in the air, you're like, oh, it smells like barbecue, somebody grilling out here. It's that salivatory glands that it start activating that smell through your olfactory. I'm talking too much. I'm telling y'all too much, huh? Cause y'all know how I go through the olfactory. Who know about the olfactory? Hey, boy, I don't know what be coming up out of me, boy. Them old factory nerves, man. Listen, man, that smell. But I did come by here with a word this morning. And at the same time, I got to deliver this word to help somebody through their selfish season. Because maybe this is the season to become selfish. I think I'm going to have to cut some things and some people and some situations off, that ain't just going to get cut off by themselves, some of them just, it's just, they fall by the wayside anyway. And so at the same time, people in your life normally sometimes just come in, sometimes it's a reason, a season, or it's a lifetime. But sometimes it's just a seasonal perspective by which they're there or a reason why they're there, right? And so they only come in temporary. They're only going to be there temporary space, hold up a temporary assignment in your life. And at the same time, everybody is not going to be there for longevity, and that's okay. And so, what the universe said to me was two words: apply pressure. Ooh-wee. And so at the same time, I have to do it according to how he desired me to. At the same time, I'm telling y'all right now, at some times in this thing called life, we might just have to apply pressure. We're going to do it to ourselves. We have to do this to ourselves. And this right now, I'm telling you, I don't know why I didn't sit down here this morning to say this, but at the same time, sometimes we might just have to become selfish. Just like it's a time in our lives that we have to be selfless. And we got to allow people, in and embrace them and help them through their processes and help them through all that, get their lives in order. And I did that for my own child. I did that for my child. I let him in and I sucked with him. I ate him, and then he turned around and did what he did. As I sat there and watched him do his thing against me, I was like, wait a minute, that's not the same person that I was once trying to help. Is this the same individual that I once led into my home and kind of like, embraced you and then you turned around after you got yourself halfway decent and you turned around and did what you did, then so it makes you feel like, okay, I was selfless at one point in time in this walk, right? I can tell you this, that you're not going to always be selfless. That it's going to come a time in your life, ma'am. Hey, bro, it's going to come a time in your life when you're going to have to be selfish. And I believe that in order for me to finish this book, in order for me to get back on my true assignment as far as having a document that people can read about my life story and say, what, he went through all this? He did all that and still here? Then the hand of the Almighty Creator has to be navigating his life. That's my ultimate assignment, is to show that even when I was going through valley low experiences, even when I was going through my mountain high experiences, even when I was going through all of the things, that even the death of my child and my mom and all these things that was happening. Now I know people that got deaths in their family too, but everybody deal with it differently. And so at the same time, I have all these things. I have a lot of things to say. I've had a lot of things that I've had to endure in this thing called life as a black man in this earth. Out the Gate with the Lemon is the name of my book. He gave me that name 3 years ago. And I started writing. Now, you know, maybe a little bit longer. And I started writing. And then my son passed away. And then my mom the next year, the same month, the next year, she passed away. And then all these things started trickling down to where now when it come time for me to sit down and write right now, y'all, I promise you I draw a blank. And I don't know what's going on. And so maybe he's called me to open the laptop to speak my book into existence through my fifth chakra. Since I speak better than I write, and since I speak better than I type slow. I speak accordingly. I don't want to say I speak fast, but I'm here to tell somebody in the sound of my voice, you might have to apply pressure. Ooh-wee. And what ain't solid will eventually fold, y'all. This is what he's given me to tell somebody, not only for myself, but this is for somebody else that's under the sound of my voice. Apply pressure. ... exclamation point. We're going to have to take the time, y'all. We're going to have to put forth a vast variety of effort. We're going to have to make assessments and evaluations as it pertains to us applying pressure. And when you start to apply pressure on people that's around you, if they're not solid, they're going to fold in the space. I done started this whole process off. I give people small assignments around me. Small, tiny, what I would consider a small assignment. And just to see if they're going to hold or they're going to fold. Did you hear me? I say some people in this thing called life, they're going to either hold or they're going to fold in the presence of you. And so I'm here this morning as Kendrick B. Davis Sr. I'm here this morning as your thought-provoking specialist. I'm here this morning as your health-conscious coach. I'm here this morning as your intellectual content creator. I create intellectual content. Of course, I could go and buy a Lambo and sit on the side. I got something nice down there right now. But of course, I could go and put a Lambo on the side of the road and watch a little baddie walk by. And when she walked by, I'm like, hey, excuse me, you know, blah, blah, blah. And maybe I could put my limp on real good. Y'all know, everybody know I lead with a limp. Hey, look, I got a portion of my book called Leading with a Limp. Because I'll lead this whole world limping. Because anybody that know me know that my right hip was fused. through a motorcycle accident. Broke my right hip and my left ankle. So anybody that know me know I walk with a limp. But I have a chapter in my book called Leading with a Limp. I got to get back to this book, y'all. I got to show y'all how every leader in this world has a limp. I don't care who they are. And I don't care what pastor, I don't care what preacher, I don't care what evangelist, I don't care. If you're a leader, then I guarantee you're leading with a limp. Your limp might not be mine. Mine is physiologically. Mine is a physical limp that everybody can see me walk through the door with a slight limp. When I walk with a limp based on my fused hip and based on the fact that my foot, when he screwed it, it drawed it up maybe like 3/8 of an inch shorter than my left. So he told me already, say, you lead. I'm going to lead you as you lead the mind of the people. And even though you're leading with a limp, it's going to be all good. Because my mind is solid. There's no limp in my mind and my thoughts. In the way I articulate and the way I explain and expound and express myself to the mind of the people, I don't lead with a limp that way. My limp is physically. And so I can sit back and watch people, y'all. I do this all the time. They'll judge me according to the limp that I walk with in the natural. I can sit back and judge them according to the limp they walk through psychologically or emotionally or mentally. I can sit back and watch their limp hard. They limp way deeper than I limp. Their limp is way much more deeper than my limp. My limp can be, they can see mine physically, but they have whole bodies and they limp deep psychologically. They be limping. They be struggling psychologically. So I'm here. I'm here to tell somebody on the sound of my voice, apply pressure. And what ain't solid in your life, ma'am? Hey, bro, what is not solid in your life? Who is not solid around you will eventually fold. They're going to fold, y'all, when you start applying pressure on them. When you start drawing the line, the proverbial line in the sand and saying, hey, look, don't come across this line right here, man. Hey, sir, don't step across this line, man. It's a certain line in the sand from one man to another. You should know better than to put your hands in another man's chest or touch somebody else, persons, if you don't know them like that. You're going to get checked by me. You step on my toe, I might bow you a little bit. Man, get off my toe, soldier. Hey, this ain't that type of party right here where you could just come and then do all kind of say all kind of stuff to me without being checked. Soldier, I'm gonna eventually check you, man. And if you don't know how to put your boundaries and your borders and your limitations up in your mind, to know not how to step across somebody else's, step into somebody else's I don't have the ability to keep on letting you step across this line that I done draw in the sand without bowing you in your jawbone. Like I don't know how to not to do that. Psychologically, it starts to mess with me when I don't have the ability or when I can't say what I desire. So I know that I'm gonna have to like nip it first in the bud instantly, so that way that you'll know that there's a line there, and it don't get to the point where I gotta boop. You know what I mean? It's all good though. But I'm here to tell somebody on the sound of my voice, apply pressure. 2 words that the universe gave me to tell somebody on the sound of my mouth. This is not only for me, but this is for you too. Apply pressure. Dot, 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 exclamation point. Apply pressure, ma'am, to your son, to your daughters, to your people around you, your cousins, people that say they wish you well. Apply pressure to them. See if they really wish you well. Because the ones that's going to stand in the paint with you, they going to understand you just going through. He just going through it. He just want to apply pressure. He's just trying to make me become the best version of myself. That it come. Let me help him get to where he need to be, because then he'll be able to see that I'm here for him, that surpass the way, saying it going to surpass that. And so I'm here this morning to tell somebody, apply pressure. Ooh-wee. And what ain't solid will fold. You heard me? Make sure you put pressure on everything around you, man. Sir, make sure you put pressure on everything and everybody that's around you, so you can see for yourself if they're solid or is they're soft. That word just came out. And that word soft just came out. Hey, look, I need an S word just did, yo. Hey, well, I just need an S word just did. You either gonna be solid or you gonna be soft. Which way you gonna be? You either gonna be solid or you gonna be soft. It's cotton. Find you on aisle 9, shelf 12. Coming right by, you come by 500 in a pack. Cotton balls. I don't really see them too much. Cotton balls. Yeah. You either gonna be solid or you gonna be soft. You either gonna hold or you either gonna fold. They're either gonna fold under this pressure or they gonna hold under this pressure that you apply. And so my assignment this morning is to tell somebody on the sound of my voice, apply pressure, my brother, to that chick that say she like you. Give her a little assignment to do. Hey, ma'am, a sis, to that dude that say he really feeling you like that, give dude a little assignment. Apply some pressure to him. See if he gonna hold. Tell him you need two loaves of bread and some bacon and a carton of eggs and a gallon of milk, and see. I don't know. Hey, listen, man. I promise y'all. Stop. I promise y'all. I don't listen, man. If y'all really knew, I do not stand here and I do not sit here in the morning and say all these things. I really don't. Something happened when I opened this laptop. I'm trying to sip on my drink. Y'all see I'm making noise with my drink and everything. I'm trying to sip on my drink because I ain't got that much left. I got to get ready to go to the store, y'all. Yeah, but at the same time, I'm applying pressure. So you just know, if you in my presence at this moment, as I turn and direct my attention back towards my book, I'm asking the creator of all things, infinite wisdom, infinite intelligence. We're talking to you, the one that created all these things, the one that spoke that little periodical table chart into existence. And he said, that's my stuff. Tell him that's my stuff that's on that chart. And the reason why we know it's his stuff, because none of those things on that chart ever lost its power. To this day, oxygen still holds its power. Hydrogen, nitrogen, carbon, all hold their power. All that phosphorus and gold and silver, it never, you could hide gold for centuries and come back and wash it off and dust it off, and it's gonna still hold the value by which it was when it was created through his spoken word. And that's why they got mines all over the world, different parts of the world. They have mines where they're mining gold because it never loses its power. He say, tell them that's my stuff. Ooh-wee. And so I'm here this morning with infinite wisdom, infinite knowledge, and infinite understanding and holistic comprehensions in the earth. I'm here as I be getting ready to cut off and become more selfish in my my access to people, because sometimes through therapy and through psychological well-being and through psychological inclinations, when people want to talk to me, and I let them in, and I sup with them, and I kind of like entertain their thoughts through therapy. And sometimes it's not even therapeutic that I entertain these individual thoughts. But what I'm discovering is that when instead of me focusing and directing my attention towards my assignment as far as my book is concerned, I can do this, y'all. I can get on here and talk all day, every day. I'll have the ability to do this because now I'm warming up after a year and some change worth of just talking and speaking into the mind of the people. I done started warming up to y'all a little bit. So I think I can do this with my eyes closed, based on the fact that I've been called, challenged, and charged to do this. But I got an assignment with this book. I met this young lady. And I met this young lady that's a 3-time published author. And she published and became able to publish and published her own books. And now people are writing to her, telling her that they want to make her story out of a lifetime story. And I'm connected to that. And I think the reason why the universe brings people like that around my circle is because he speaks volumes through the connection. Ooh-wee. I say he speaks volumes through connections, y'all. And when we're connected to people, and we're connected to things, and we're connected to environments, if you keep your third eye open, and it's open and balanced, when those connections come, you'll be able to connect the dots. You say, that person came into my life at this season in my life for a reason. And that's to prick my mind back towards my assignment is getting out the gate with a lemon. As a black man, I came out the gate with a lemon in the earth. And I'm here to tell somebody on the sound of my voice, this is the season to become selfish. I know we done had seasons of selflessness where we just selfless. We just let everybody in and we help everybody out and we just do all the things that they need us to do at that moment. But this time, at this moment in my particular life, I'm here to share with you that I might have to become selfish with my thoughts, selfish with my time, selfish with my energy, selfish with my effort, selfish because I have an assignment to finish this book out the gate with a lemon. Gotta come forth. Ooh-wee. I got a chapter that say leading with a limp. Anybody know me know I walk with a limp. But I'll lead the masses with a limp. Give me my staff. Ooh-wee. Didn't he say your rod and your staff will comfort you? So maybe I need my staff. As I lead with a limp, maybe I need my rod and my staff to comfort me. Ooh-wee. And so I'm here to tell somebody, apply pressure to the people that's around you. And what ain't solid will fold, ma'am. Did you hear me? I say what ain't solid will fold eventually. what ain't solid. If it ain't solid, then it's going to fold. Just be prepared, because we don't even know who these people really, truly are until you apply the pressure. And once you apply the pressure, all you got to do is sit back and watch and see how they handle the pressure, how they handle the small assignments that you give them. Tell them you need 2 loaves of bread and a gallon of milk and a pack of eggs and a crate of eggs. See what they come through for you. Even if you don't need it, apply the pressure to them and make you feel and make them. Hey, I need about a 10 pound, a 10 pound bag of rice or something. I don't know. Just apply a pressure to these individuals around us that say they love us and say that they want to be in our presence. They desire our presence because they are fulfilled when they're in our presence. So apply some pressure to these people. That's what the universe is telling me to tell somebody. It's time, maybe it's time for us to put these borders, boundaries, and limitations up around our psychological well-being so that way we can finish the assignment on this book that I got to finish writing. So I'm here this morning to say, apply pressure. What ain't solid will fold. Ooh-wee. What ain't solid, ma'am, will eventually fold. And make sure you put pressure on everything around you. What don't hold will eventually fold. And so I'm here this morning. Didn't come by here to say all this, y'all. I don't know what happened to me when I opened this laptop. But welcome to the Hourglass Era, where the sands of time converge in the morning, Monday through Thursday, in the 9 o'clock hour. I am Kendrick B. Davis Sr., your thought-provoking specialist, and I'm on assignment. Allow us to guide as we delve into the depths of our consciousness and navigate the interwoven pathways of the mind. Join me on this thought-provoking journey where we explore the spiritual, intellectual, and physical realm, peering into the very essence of health awareness and holistic understandings. Everything on this earth is symbolic of the hourglass concepts, and its center represents neutrality, balance, a pivotal metaphor for our journey here in the hourglass. Just as the pH transition from acidity to alkalinity, so too must we navigate our thoughts from discordance to harmony. And it's about transversing the realms of the 7 chakras, unlocking the spiritual experiences, and aligning our conscious selves with the greater aspect of life. Each session here unravels the unexplored conscious thoughts of human existence, inviting you to awaken, transcend, and comprehend the vast expansions of our inner world. So, come, tune in, and let's embark together on this extraordinary odyssey towards enlightenment. Good morning to every individual under the sound of my voice this morning. I'm just here to tell somebody on the sound of my voice, it's time to become selfish. Maybe this is our selfish season. We done been a doorknob long enough and everybody had their turn with us. Did you hear me? I said, maybe everybody done had their turn with us. Maybe we done already did all the things that we supposed to do and say, right? And maybe we done had the opportunity and gave them that opportunity to do the things that we did for them. Now it's time to turn the tables on ourselves. And maybe this was a selfish season, a season of selfishness, backing people up, putting people at bay, making sure they don't come past a certain boundary so you can start redirecting your attention towards your assignment, holistically, organically, specifically, towards your assignment. Be selfish in this moment and in this season of our lives. And so I'm here this morning. I'm here. I'm here to tell everybody in the sound of my voice, apply pressure to these individuals that's around you. Give them small assignments to, if you need something, don't have a person that say they love you all around and then you don't ask them for it. Ask them to help you through it. Because I'm here to tell you what ain't solid, who-wee. I say I'm here to tell you what ain't solid will eventually fold. And don't be surprised at who it is. This can be your sibling. This can be your offspring. This can be your very son, your very daughter. You can talk to them till you blue in the face. Then ask them to do something small. Take the garbage out. And they acting like they done went buck wild. Remember that word, buck wild? Well, you done went buck wild. You know, y'all, I'm about to tell my, listen, man, I'm old out here in these streets. Hey, I'm telling y'all, I'm old out here in these streets right now, man. I'm almost 57. You know, hey, look, right now, if you was to tell me to round my age to the nearest 10th, where am I going? I'm going to the 60-yard line, y'all. I thank God I really don't look like what I've been through. I done had some tests. But in order to get to the Timony part, the Timony, you can't get to the Timony part without the TEST. You got to go through the test before you can go to the Timony part. Just like before you can get to the AGES, what 4 letters you got to go through first before you can get to the AGES? You got to go through the MESS, babe. Hey, bro, you're going to have to go through the MESS, man. You got to go through the mess in order to have a message. You got to go through a test in order to have a testimony. And so I'm here this morning to tell somebody, apply pressure. What ain't solid will eventually fold. They'll fold into space. They ain't gonna have no other choice. I say what ain't solid will eventually fold, man. And when you give these people these small little assignments, see how well they adjust to the assignment. You might have been in this person's presence 5 years. It could be 5 months. You ain't never said nothing to them. And say, hey, the next time you're at the grocery store, you know what I'm saying, bring some bacon with you. 2 packs of turkey bacon, uncured. Give them small assignments. The uncured pack. Yeah, the uncured turkey bacon, a crate of eggs, a gallon of milk, even though we lactose intolerant around here in these pieces, you know we can't get no milk. Black folk don't drink no milk. Let me tell you something about milk, man. Let me tell y'all, I'm gonna give y'all this real quick. I'm gonna give y'all this real quick. This gotta be quick. Milk is mucus, right? And the only thing homogenized milk is this. I mean, the only thing a cow milk is designed to do is turn a 65-pound calf into a 350-pound cow. Why are we drinking that? It's mucus. That means the cow has to be pregnant in order to for the mammary glands to even activate. That means that cow has to remain pregnant. Same way a mom breastfeed her baby. She don't breastfeed when she's not pregnant. It opens up for the pregnancy. It opens up for the child. And that's the whole purpose of milk. Milk is designed to turn a 65-pound calf into a 350. Human beings should not be drinking no milk. It's mucus. It's going to clog your arteries. That's why you want to spit so much after you drink a glass of milk. You be wanting to spit all that stuff off. It's clogging your arteries. Ooh-wee. And so I'm your health conscious coach. I might as well tell you the truth. Milk is only designed to turn a 65-pound calf into a 350-pound cow. We should not be putting that in our bodies. Don't let anybody fool you. But anyway, I'm here. I'm on assignment. I am Kendrick B. Davis Sr., your thought-provoking specialist, your health-conscious coach, your intellectual content creator. I'm also your podcast professor. I'm here. All you need is a master's degree to be a professor. I have that. And so I'm here this morning to tell everybody under the sound of my voice, apply pressure to these individuals that surround us. And keep your center, keep your third eye open to how they receive it when you ask them for something small. See how they receive you. And if they change their face on you because you asked them to bring you a crate of eggs and 2 packs of bacon and a loaf of bread. See if they change their face on you. And then you'll know who's solid and who will eventually fold. You'll know that then. But I am here to tell somebody, look at all transactions, look at all interactions as a transaction. That's what I'm here to tell you right now. Make sure you look at every interaction as a transaction. Ma'am, I don't care if you're at Walmart. I don't care if you're at the dollar store. I don't care if you're at church. I don't care if you in a synagogue somewhere. I don't care if you at a concert. I don't care where you are in this thing called life. Look at every interaction that you have with a person as a transaction. He took me to banker's terms. And he said, every interaction, view it as a transaction. That there's a profit loss column attached to every transaction from a banker's term perspective. And so when you look at these individuals, you start applying pressure. They're either going to be in the profit loss column. You're either going to be making deposits or you're going to be making withdrawals. That's another banker's term. You're going to either make a deposit in my life or you're going to be taken away from my life, sir. You're going to be taken away from my life, ma'am. So he went banker's terms on us right now, on these individuals that's around us. And he's saying, apply pressure. And what ain't solid will eventually fold in the space. I'm going, y'all. My assignment is done already. I'm 3 minutes shy of my hour. I told y'all I'll never give you an hour of my astuteness, of my conscious ability, of my awareness, of my alertness in the atmosphere as I move and matriculate through this odyssey called life. It's an odyssey. It's a journey. And so we're going to have to journey along. But while you're journeying through this thing called life, be aware, be cognizant, be alert, understand your assignment, understand your value, understand your worth in the earth. If a person has the ability to connect with you and have you in their presence, then guess what? That's a present. Ooh-wee. If they have the ability to have you in their presence, with all the anointing, with all the power and the glory that's upon your life, if they have the ability to have you in their presence, then guess what? That's a present to them. Understand your worth. Ooh-wee. Understand your assignment. Understand your value. And so I am Kendrick B. Davis Sr. Oh man, understand. We got to understand these things, y'all. For ourselves, man. I don't think people outside of you can give you value. That's where I am right now. Look in the mirror. Mirror, mirror on the wall. What do you say when you reflect back to me, the image by which I stand in your presence? What are you saying? Ooh-wee. That's a good question. What are you saying? What does the mirror say back to you when it reflects your image in it? What is it saying? You solid or you soft? Hey, y'all better leave me alone up here, man. Hey, listen, man. You either solid or you soft. Stand solid, y'all. And people that fall by the wayside as we start to apply pressure to them, that's just going to let you know where they were all the time. They were just taking up space and sucking up your immediate air. They really didn't have your best interest at heart, because if they did, they'll stand solid with you through your valley low experiences. That way you'll know that you could bring them along on your mountain highs, because they done stood solid with you through your valley lows. Ooh-wee, I felt that one. Ooh-wee. You could bring them along now. They held true. They stood solid. They wasn't like quicksand and sunk you into the whole concept. They stood solid on solid foundation, while y'all relationship was built on a solid foundation. It wasn't quicksand. It wasn't soft. It was solid. And so I'm here this morning to tell every individual under the sound of my voice, apply pressure to these individuals. Give them small assignments and see, do they hold or do they fold? That's our assignment here in the Hourglass this morning. I want to see who's around me. And now that I got this person that I just met, that said she's a 3-time published author. Yeah, I'm excited for her because she did it. And now people are coming and seeking her for the movement to make her story, her tragedy, a triumph. She turned her tragedy into triumph, being triumphant. And so people like that I have to support. People like that comes into my life, I have to bow to them, because they're where I am. They're where I want to be. As maybe I have 3 books inside of me that has to come out. Maybe I have 3 babies that I got to give birth to. You know, as a man, you can still give birth, right? You give birth to thought. It starts from a seed first, and then it blossoms all the way up to the fact that it gives birth to it. Eventually, you can't even hold your water. Your water gonna break eventually. And I believe that that's what had happened to me. My water broke. And I had to give birth to the hourglass era, where we're cognitively aware of the pH in our bodies. The pH in your body is significant, ma'am. That small p, capital H, is the power of hydrogen. And if it's going to be 2 things that every time you put something in your mouth, it's going to go one way or another. It's either going to bring you down to acidity, or it's going to bring you up to alkalinity. Either or in the hourglass. And so be cognitively aware of your of what you put in your mouth, what you eat. I done trimmed down so much, people might be around here thinking, oh, that dude, they're sick. Ain't no sickness, man. Ain't no sickness going on. I'm the healthiest. Hey, look, I'm the healthiest part. My cardiovascular, my cardiovascular doctor said, "Sir, I don't never have to see you in here again." That's what he told me about a year and a half, 2 years ago. He said, "I never have to see you in here. You have no plaque. You have no artery build up." He said, "Sir, we never have to see you in here again. You have a heart of a young man." That's what this dude told me. My cardiovascular doctor. Cardiovasculars. Yeah, he said, "Man, you ain't got to come in here no more." I ain't seen him since. He did a stress test on me and he said, "Sir, you whatever you're doing, continue to do it." Ooh-wee. So I'm here this morning on assignment, y'all. Yeah, man. You can't eat across the whole food diaspora and expect to be well. Did you hear me? I said you can't eat across the whole food diaspora, the whole food chain, and expect to not be sick. Got to be focused on the assignment. Yeah, this is the healthiest I've ever been in a long. I don't remember. My knees don't hurt. My elbows ain't hurting. My wrists ain't hurting. My neck. Remember, I had a crooked. Ain't nothing hurting on my body. That's because I'm eating according to my blood type. Yeah, and so I'm out of pain. Look, I just clap my hand. I couldn't even do all that. I couldn't. My wrist was, man. When I would eat outside my blood type, I can't even eat a cracker. I can't even eat a saltine cracker. That's wheat. 2 days later, my wrist or my elbow will be hurting. And so I can't eat wheat. Wheat is not good for every blood type. And so I'm here this morning as an A positive blood person. I'm here this morning on assignment. And I'm telling you, if you don't know your blood type, please contact me. I'll send you on missions and we'll get your blood type. We'll get you typed and you'll be able to know your blood type. And then I have all the lists that you can start eating according to your blood type. And then you'll know for yourself why your belly is so big. You know what I'm saying? You'll know because then it might be a peach, the fuzz on a peach that will cause you to, sneeze and cough. Yeah. It might not be it might be the allergy, you might be allergic to something simple. But anyway, y'all give me a call. I am Kendrick B. Davis, Sr. I'm 6 minutes over. Yeah, I gotta go, y'all. All right, y'all. Y'all be blessed. This is a Monday morning. I'm on assignment. I am Kendrick B. Davis Sr., your thought-provoking specialist. I'm your health conscious coach, your intellectual content creator. I'm also your podcast professor. Y'all be blessed. Hotep, hotep, hotep. No konnichiwa. You know what I'm saying? Namaste. I didn't even know namaste was a Hindu yoga word, namaste, but it means I bow to you. That's what that means, namaste. I bow unto you. It's a greeting called I bow. So I bow into every individual's under the sound of my voice right now. I bow to you. It don't make me no less of an individual to bow to your thoughts. As we create, as we innovate, as we understand and comprehend holistic understandings in the earth. I'm here on assignment. Y'all be blessed, and I'll see y'all again tomorrow.